Zelda? Hi, beautiful.
Mike, where the devil have you been? You might at least come into the office and take care of your business once in a while. I never...
Off my back, chick. I'm tired.
Are you all right, Mike?
I've been up 52 hours straight.
Well, you had several calls. Mike, I'm worried.
Well, stop worrying and wait for me.
Oh, but I haven't had dinner yet.
I'll pick up a sandwich for you.
Mike, you don't sound right.
I just crawled out of a sewer. Not a decent person left in the world.
I'm here, Mike.
You stay there.
What'll it be, Bud?
Coffee. Black.
I'll have another cup, Shorty.
That'll be a dime more, Red.
Can't you make it 2 cents worth? Prop open your eyes.
How'd you guess?
You look beat.
Even staring at you wouldn't keep me awake tonight.
I know. I feel real safe.
Listen, Red, will you stop using this joint as your office?
Shorty's got a heart, mister. It's soft as steel.
Lay off the kid and fix me a sandwich to take out. Chopped egg. You want one? You look as though you could use some food.
Thanks. I'll have a bowl of soup.
A bowl of soup for the lady. Gotta have real talent to be broke in this lush country of ours.
Well, when you're sick, you don't work. When you don't work, you don't get paid.
How'd you get out here?
Do you know I came?
The way you talk.
Where do I come from then?
Montana?
Pretty close. Nebraska.
Why'd you come?
Hollywood. Can you believe it? What's the difference? Here I am.
You ever thought of going back?
You bet I have. Didn't look so good to me when I left. Sure would not. Well, it's not that I mind walking. I don't think they'll make it.
Hello, Red.
What do you want?
Are you kidding?
I'm busy. Get lost.
Come on.
Lay off, greaseball.
Beat it. Come on.
Drop that knife or I'll blow the top of your greasy head off. Go ahead, make one move. Make just one more lousy move. Drop it!
Please get out of here. He'll kill you.
Tell me something. Do you really think he could?
No, I don't think he could. Please go. For me.
Get up. Get up! Get out of here. Fast! Keep moving.
You hadn't ought to done that, mister. You hadn't ought to.
There were times when I thought I lost all the power to like anyone anymore. Thanks for the soup.
Hey, Red. Listen, when I came in here, I felt pretty lousy, too. As if I didn't have a friend in the world. Now I feel like I've got a friend. So have you. Look, take this dough. Go down to the bus depot, get yourself a pair of shoes, buy a ticket, and go home. And buy yourself a dress to go with the shoes.
cheap mascara. It's always running.
This is where I live. Let me know that you got home safe.
My camera, 1346. Did you ever see one like that before?
No?
Won't come off. What the heck? Would buy a cup of coffee anyhow. I won't see you again. So just this once. Could I... Thank you.
Where's the sandwich? Hi, beautiful.
Likewise.
Eating money, kiddo. Take out expenses and bank the rest. Chopped egg.
Thank you.
It was a pure kiss, almost fatherly.
Sure, Dad. That almost covers a lot of territory. You had 2 calls.
What were they?
One wanted a divorce setup. Another one wanted a bodyguard for himself. Seems his girlfriend's husband's promising to chill him on sight. I sent them both over to Ellison's. That's so they'll get proper treatment.
Wish you'd stop making up my mind for me. Bodyguard job might have been all right.
Gotta look at the girlfriend. She's a bosomy type you go for.
Oh, bugs. You know how I hate dames. Well, hiya, Hank.
Pat wants to see you at headquarters. Just got word over the radio. Right away, it's important.
Okay.
What's it now, Mike? What have you been up to?
Nothing, beautiful. Somebody must have been throwing rocks in their glass house.
Well, you'll just have to be a little more patient, that's all.
Hi, Pat.
Yes, I understand that. No, I really couldn't say. Not yet. All right. Well, look, suppose you give me a day or 2 on it, huh? No, not now. I'm a little tied up. Yeah. Okay. You know any redheads?
Plenty.
Yeah. Well, this one's about 5'2", dark blue eyes, pretty figure. Weighs about, I should say 110 pounds.
Yeah. Met her in a hash joint. What's all this?
Did you give the girl your name and address?
Sure. Where is she?
In the morgue with a broken neck. Car accident, hit and run.
Boy, that poor kid. All the rotten luck. I was with her a couple of hours ago. I bought her some soup.
Fine company you keep.
Oh, damn it, Pat. She was all right. She wasn't after me. I did her a favor. And she was more grateful than most of the trash that call themselves people.
What sort of favor, Mike?
Gave her some dough to get out of the business. To go home on.
You're getting mighty big-hearted, aren't you?
Now, Pat, don't give me that. What the devil? Can't I play the Good Samaritan for 5 minutes without everybody getting smart about it? I like the kid. Does that make me a...
All right, Mike. Now, don't jump me on it. Gee, I know you better than you think. Just that you seem to be stepping out of character, that's all.
Sorry, Pat. Just got me fouled.
Here are the girl's things.
Where's her ring? She had a ring in her right hand.
Yeah?
It was a very distinctive ring.
Doc, Pat, say, did you pick up a ring on that redhead? Have a look on the ring finger right hand, will you? Right. She had on new clothes.
That figures. I told her to buy some.
Not a scar on her body to identify her, no laundry marks. Yes, Doc. What? Okay. Yeah, thanks. Well, Doc says nothing there, but flesh on ring finger right hand's badly bruised.
So somebody pulled off a ring that was too tight?
Yeah, could be. But if it was worth swiping, why'd she need money?
I don't know that it was worth anything. Red said it wasn't. Here. Kind of a black stone with a V cut in it like that.
Let's have a look at that. Say, you sure it didn't have a kind of antique filigree setting with crossbars? Wait a minute.
Yeah, it had an antique setting like that. It didn't have any crossbars, I don't think.
I'm going to show you something. Here. Look anything like that?
Well, this is it.
Yeah? You know anything about the Venacci jewels and Colonel Holloway? Oh, come on, Mike. It was a big case around here in 45. It filled the papers.
I didn't get the news in the South Pacific.
Oh, I forgot. You were making it then. Well, this man Holloway was a colonel in one of those cloak and dagger outfits. He was dropped behind the lines in Germany during our final push there. Seems he stumbled on a cache of jewels, all wrapped up and waiting for Fatso Goering's removal service, so Holloway removed the jewels out west. The Museum Bureau and our own G2 got the tip, picked up Holloway with all the jewels, except one lot, the Venacci's.
I don't believe Red knew the ring was valuable.
No, it's not. Only as part of the Venacci collection.
What's the whole caboodle worth?
More dollars than we'll ever see.
Where'd they send Holloway?
Leavenworth?
Is he out?
Yeah, about now.
If the Venacci collection is so well known, what good is it to Holloway?
Oh, Mike. Look at this. Look at this brooch, this clip, this tiara, these rings, this choker. Look at those diamonds. Count them. They're 30 carats each. It'd be a cinch to cut this up if you got the right man for the job.
Some people might think it worth killing for. A nice kid was murdered. You know, that fries me, Pat. I can't take it.
Now, look, Mike. The girl's in the morgue with a broken neck from a car accident. What makes you think it was murder?
She's dead. What difference does it make how she died? When you're dead, you're dead. It doesn't matter to you much anymore how you got that way.
Mike, let's not have any tangents. Now, what do you know that I don't?
What do I know? She was a nice kid. If she was killed accidentally, I feel like hell. But if she was murdered...
I know. I've heard it before. If she was murdered, you're going out all by yourself and catch the killer and rub his face in the dirt, and maybe so hard you'll break his neck, too. Mike? Now, look. If this is a kill, it belongs in my department. Don't get me mad, will you? Now, you've got thoughts in that scrambled brain of yours that could make the track nice and muddy.
I told you, I don't know. Now get out of here.
Now, look, you may be a rough apple, but I'll make your face look like it's been run through a grinder. The name's Mike Hammerchum. You ought to know it down here.
She was red to me and everybody else. That's all I know.
You got a record, haven't you, Shorty?
Why, you dirty...
When a guy gets out of stir, he goes straight sometimes, and sometimes he don't. I'll bet if the cops look around.
Honest, Mac, I don't know nothing about the dame. Let me alone.
If I find out that you know any more than you told me, there's going to be a guy in a pretty blue uniform looking for you. But he's going to have a tough time making any sense out of what you tell him. It ain't easy to talk when you're choked in your own teeth.
I think she worked at a night spot. The Bluebell. Had a Mex girlfriend, Maria.
Dancer.
She'll be out after she's dressed. Just back up and wait for our lover boy.
I can smell a cup.
You got the wrong scent. I'm a private investigator.
Mike Hummer. Mike, who did you work for?
Myself.
That pay good?
Sometimes. Sometimes I work for love.
Me too, Mike. What do you want to know?
Was Red afraid of anybody?
I think so, yes. But I'm not afraid of anybody. What's the use? I start being afraid, I never stop. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah. Where did Red live?
Same house as I do.
Honey, you got yourself a date.
Okay. At the next corner, turn left.
Matters to you that Red was killed?
It matters.
Doesn't seem to.
I know people killed before. But in this part of town, it's good to mind your own business. This is the place. Here. I don't want to stay here.
Okay. People sleep soundly around here.
Yeah, I know. Everybody minds their own business.
I need a drink. How about you?
I sure do.
Why did they kill her?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Why and who?
She was a very sweet girl. Too soft for a life like this.
That's what I figured.
How was it you know her?
I talked to her for 15 minutes, that's all.
And what's the matter with you? Are you looking for trouble? Why don't you leave it alone?
Something I have to do. Straight.
Is that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
I don't meet men like you. I have no luck with men.
That I don't believe.
I don't meet the nice ones. The kind that has put a ring on the finger.
You remember the ring that Red used to wear?
Sure.
She ever say anything about it, or she got it?
She laughed about it. It was a big joke.
A joke.
Yes, because of the little man that gave it to her. The Frenchman. He doesn't talk. Something happened to him. In the war, the Germans hurt him.
Frenchman?
Yes, everybody kicks him around but Red. She was nice to him, so one day he gave her a ring. He makes few bucks a week. What kind of a ring can it be?
Get your coat on.
Oh, no, Mike, I'm comfortable.
Come on.
All right, but why? Can I ask why?
Find the man, the Frenchman.
Oh, can't find. But he comes to work at the Bluebell at 8 o'clock in the morning. So you have to wait.
8 o'clock, that's better than 3 hours to wait.
That's a long time to wait. 3 hours. For such a violent man.
Maybe we can find a way to kill it.
How?
Play gin rummy?
No, Mike. I don't play cards. I cheat. I cannot help it, Mike.
See you at the Bluebell at 8 o'clock.
John, this man is a friend. He wants to help. He's hungry.
Where did you get the ring you gave her? I said, where did you get it?
Leave him alone. He's afraid. Let me talk to him. Listen. You loved Red. Whoever killed her should be punished. You can help by telling this man what you know. Here.
Quelque chose.
Oh, that's French. Quelque chose means something. Something?
Something you want to show me. 625 Oden Street. 10 o'clock. You go home and get some shut-eye. I'll take it from here.
Okay, Mike.
Hello. Most people ring the bell.
I did, but I didn't get very far.
That's right, I'm not at home to anyone. But if you're that persistent...
Thanks.
You're from up the road, aren't you?
I just came down the road.
Thought I'd seen you. I've been hiding out ever since I got back from Europe.
I'd like to speak to your husband.
So would I. But even with modern science, I can't reach him anymore. Not for the last 6 years.
I'm sorry.
Time heals all things. I'm Nancy.
I'm Mike.
Can I offer you a drink, Mike?
Sure thing.
I'm having a Collins. How about you?
Sounds good.
Will you fix it while I go upstairs and make myself more presentable?
Nancy, do you have a man working for you, or a relative, about 6'3", dark hair?
The only man around here is the butler, Louis. He's 6'3". But he's off until tonight. That's one of the reasons you couldn't get in.
How well do you know him?
He came with excellent references.
He's in your house now.
That's strange. But sometimes he comes home early.
Last night in a hash joint, that's where I met him, your Louis threatened a young kid, a vagrant girl. 3 hours later, she was dead, hit and run.
Dead.
Next time I saw him was about 10 o'clock this morning. 3 minutes after another death. Suicide this time. I followed him here.
Hit and run, suicide. Who are you?
Mike Hammer.
Private investigator. Well, how about that? Good morning, Louis. Home early?
Yes, ma'am. I didn't feel well.
Apparently you heard Mr. Hammer, Louis. What about it?
It's nobody's business where I was.
Don't be impertinent, Louis. Remember who you're talking to.
I'm not likely to forget it, am I?
If you don't talk, and politely, you may have to talk to the police.
Police? You don't mind talking to anybody, do you? Or making headlines?
I've had enough of you, Louis. Pack your things and get out. I'll get your check. This won't take long, Mike.
You heard the lady, chum. Beat it. Let me speak to Captain Chambers. Okay, I'll wait.
Hello? Hello?
Pat?
Oh, it's you.
You might want to pick up a butler type. 6'3", dark hair, brown eyes, bruise on mouth.
You responsible?
Yeah. I put it there so you could identify him.
He's called Lou, or Louis if you prefer. He drives a 1957 black Ford sedan. He'll be leaving 33 Harbor Road pronto. He might know something about Red or the Frenchman Jean.
What do you know about the Frenchman? Now, look, Mike.
Put it on the line. Tell me what you know.
You have no right to throw me out like this.
Mike? Hello? Hello, Mike, are you there? Answer me. Answer me, will you?
You'll pay for this.
I paid your money the day you
I'll get even with you. It's the last thing I ever do.
I thought she told you to get out.
She won't give me a character reference.
Louis, I told you I'd give you a character reference, and I told you exactly what it would say. That I found your services as a butler satisfactory, period.
You're lucky you've got money, so you don't need a character reference. Beat it.
Thank you, Mike. He was getting a little too much for me.
I might not be able to hold him, but he'll be out of circulation for a while.
I won't be involved in this, will I?
I don't think so.
I don't need any more publicity. My life's an open book. I've had enough. Louis knew it, so did everyone else. I was in a scandal in Europe and made the headlines.
Was he married?
Yes, he was. Mr. Hammer, is it possible to engage your services for a few days?
It's done all the time.
I'd feel better and safer.
Okay. You just hired yourself a bodyguard companion. What gives first?
Can you handle a boat?
I can handle anything.
This is what I love. The sea. It's the only place I feel free and at peace.
What's so tough on shore?
You just witnessed the scene this morning. That man's impertinence. Mike, I was all of 17 when I got married. I didn't love him particularly. It was my mistake. Then about 4 years ago, I met a man in Paris. Got in love for the first time. That was a bigger mistake. I wasn't a kid anymore. Oh, how it hit me. I had no idea I was capable of anything so deep, so passionate. It was disastrous. Could have been wonderful. Was wonderful.
But he was married.
His wife found out she killed herself. What a headline that turned out to be.
He was a VIP?
That's why they made me the goat. I'm not the first woman to fall in love with a married man. I don't suppose I'll be the last.
True enough. But I don't buy the I can't help myself school of behavior.
You have moral objections?
About a lot of things. You made a mistake and you paid for it. My whole life's mixed up with people that make mistakes. There's certain things that we approach with professional detachment we're not supposed to have. Approach them with a cold, bitter rage. It's the way I feel about Red's death. Who'd want to destroy a kid like that?
It's awful, just awful.
So I feel sorry for Red. So I don't feel sorry for you.
Mike, I was hoping you'd be someone I could talk to.
But you can. How do you feel about the man now?
Nothing.
When did it end?
Almost 2 years ago.
2 years. No men?
That's right.
It's lonesome.
Like an ocean breeze to...
Could have sworn I saw someone in here. Someone has been here. I closed that door.
There has been someone here. They dropped this.
I'll be damned.
You've seen it before?
I'll say I have. Last night I was in the hand of... Hey, you! Stop! Fouled up the motors.
Mike, do you feel all right?
Sure. They gave me the easy one this time.
Who were they? What do they want here?
The Nazi jewels.
The Nazi.
It's a long story. The guy that dropped that ring probably killed Red and the Frenchman.
Why here? Why in my house, Mike?
How long were you in Europe?
Almost 10 years.
Did you ever rent your house?
It was always rented.
Did you ever have a Colonel Holloway as one of your tenants?
I don't know. There were 3 or 4 tenants. The agency handled all that, Mike.
I've got it. Cast out the foul line. What'd they hit me with?
Boat hook.
Well, I sure walked into that one.
I'll get the first aid kit.
Getting all the aid I need. Smells good. What do you call it?
It's from Paris. It's called Dangereuse. Danger to you.
See any sign of him?
Not a thing.
Calling KOU. Calling KOU. This is WC441 to Nancy. WC441. Come in, KOU. Will you dial Michigan 4233 for me?
Hi, beautiful.
Yes, Mike, how are we doing?
I'm with Mrs. Nancy Williams of 33 Harbor Road.
That figures.
Mrs. Williams' house has been rented for the past 10 years. Who was your agent?
The Mason Whiteman Company.
Real estate agent, the Mason Whiteman Company. You get me a list of all the tenants and all the information you can on each one of them. Over.
Okay, Mike, we'll do.
Good girl, Velda. Love you, beautiful. KOU, this is WC441. Off and clear.
Who's Velda?
My secretary.
Beautiful?
That's what I call her. First week she was with me, I couldn't keep my eyes off her. She's been with me for 5 years. She's got a brain that figures all the angles. Mine only figures the curves. Hey, beautiful.
Mike?
Working hard?
Just resting. I have a date tonight.
Where'd you expect to go? Roller skating? What'd you find out?
Williams' house was rented by Fields, Holloway, Anderson, and...
Colonel Holloway?
Colonel Holloway, June 46. And here's an old issue of Life magazine. Interesting story about the Venacci jewels and Holloway.
Well, good girl.
Good-looking man. Too bad he had your taste in blondes.
That's the house, all right. It was just there.
Mike, darling.
Maria, what are you doing here?
I hear someone looks for me at the Bluebell. They told me what he looks like. It wasn't you. Mike, I'm scared.
You're the one that's never afraid, remember? Don't go away. My secretary, Velda. Velda, Maria.
And who is Maria? For my files, of course.
She's quite a girl. You should see her take her clothes off.
Please, spare the details.
Twice a night at the Bluebell Club.
And do I file her under A or B? That's art or business.
Do you know any of these tomatoes?
How would she know? You're the expert on tomatoes.
Have you ever seen this man?
No.
Velda, I'll be back.
Can I come with you, Mike, please?
No, it's not possible. Velda, see that Maria gets some dinner. I'll see you tonight at the Bluebell.
Ah, pretty pictures.
Why didn't you tell me when the picked-up Holloway was here in Los Angeles?
Oh, I didn't say he wasn't arrested here.
It's a fine point. Are we working together or aren't we?
Our working together always consists of my telling you everything and you telling me nothing.
It's a lot of bull. I gave you a hot tip. What about it?
Is Joe there?
Just came in. He's waiting to see you.
Send him in, will you?
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Joe. How's the kids?
Fine. Racing the devil.
Aren't they always?
Well, there goes your tip on Lou. Double alibi. One to the accident to the redhead and a baby visits with in the house where the Frenchman lived.
Cast iron.
All right, Joe, turn him loose.
Yes, sir. I wanted to keep track of someone. What's better than a babe in the same house?
And it's an alibi and we're stuck with it.
Well, where do we go from here?
Follow the leads, that's all. Just follow the leads.
Where's Holloway?
You'll know that when he checks in with the parole officer.
You don't know now? Come on, Patrick. Give.
It's the truth.
What you're trying to tell me is a red goes into that file back there marked murder. Unsolved. Well, maybe that satisfies you.
The only thing that'll satisfy you is an eye for an eye. Now, look, I'm your friend, Mike Hammer, but if you take the law into your own hands, you'll be in that file under H. Murder solved.
Where's Maria?
Not here, lover boy.
That I can see. What I'm asking is, where is she?
Now, lover boy, you're not the only man in the world. Another one came. She went with him.
Who was he?
Never ask questions, lover boy.
I thought she was your star attraction.
Those kind of attractions are thick as bananas down here.
You want a girl? There's lots of girls here.
I was looking for just one girl.
Oh, have a drink and be gay, my friend. Toujours gay. Toujours gay, as the French say. If I had what you got, I'd have more girls than I got now. I tell you what, I'll lend you one, huh?
Can I have my pick?
Sure. And your drink?
Double bourbon, straight.
Bartender, double bourbon, straight for my friend.
I'll have a vodka Smirnoff.
Same for me.
You know, this is the kind of joint the big executive likes to play in, where no one knows he's a vice president in charge or something or other. But me, I'm nobody, and I can always have a good time.
Well, you're doing fine.
Let's play It's Leap Year, and I'll choose him.
Okay, you got me. Now what?
My name's Dion. Do you like that name?
It's okay. A little fancy.
Do you like me?
What I've seen of you.
Do you like to see more? I'd like to see more of you.
We're doing great.
It's just the beginning. 424 North Worcester, first floor.
in 1 hour.
Just because I'm so attractive.
You just don't know how sad I feel, 'cause without you, they're just bluebells to me. Cause without you, they're just bluebells to me.
Surprise is the first element of a successful attack, Holloway.
I beg your pardon.
I should say Colonel Holloway, U.S. Army, now retired.
I like that, Mr. Hammer. I like a man who has his wits about him. You surprise me, a genuine surprise. Good for you. I can see we're going to be able to do business. Sit down.
I knew she was too good to be true.
Well, she's good, but sad to say not always true. But don't give up, Mr. Hammer. I didn't. That's why she's here with me now. Don't you find that if you want something badly enough, you can usually get it?
Including a slug in the belly.
A very shrewd observation. It may seem strange to you, Mr. Hammer, that a man who has spent all his life with guns should dislike them, but I assure you I do. Violence should be the last resort, don't you agree?
I agree. And why did you knock off Red?
I tell you bluntly, as an officer and a gentleman, I did not kill her.
Thanks.
She was killed last night. I didn't arrive in this town until today. Well, I can't be as disturbed by her death as you, since I didn't know her. But the other death upsets me. Upsets me very much. Now, if you'll put your cards on the table, I'll do the same.
What cards?
Oh, I don't like that, Mr. Hammer. Do you like that, Dion? When you first came in, you impressed me as a forthright man. We're both forthright men. So let's not begin by beating around the bush. How about a drink?
No drink.
You see, that's what I mean. No equivocation. No, well, maybe, or if you're having one. I like him, Dion.
He has some good points.
You see, you're popular with the ladies. Always a good sign. The man who doesn't get along well with women has no self-assurance. Well, now that we're friends, here's my question.
What do you want to know?
Where are the Venacci jewels?
We're starting at the wrong end, Colonel. Suppose you tell me where they've been for the past 10 years.
You see, Mr. Hammer, when it comes right down to it, you're not being fair. You want me to put my cards on the table, but you won't give me any guarantee of reciprocity.
It's your dime. You wanted to talk to me.
That's right. Our meeting at the Bluebell was no accident. We're both interested in the Venacci jewels. The great difference between us is that they belong to me. I discovered them, I hid them, and I paid for them 10 long years in prison. They're mine. They don't belong to anybody else.
It happens to be a case, Colonel, where possession is everything. You think I like being suckered by this babe and then you play games? Now give me the picture, I'll leave.
Oh, you've got a bad temper, Mr. Hammer. I'm not sure that's a good sign. But good or bad, I'll split with you.
At last. How much?
25%.
In dollars.
I'd say close to. This'll astonish you.
Go ahead. Astonish me.
$250,000.
Why not 50-50?
Superior investment on my part, especially in time.
Okay, you've got yourself a deal.
Good. Now, where are they?
I don't know.
Mr. Hammer, I've told you that I abhor violence and pain, but there are times in human affairs when they become necessary. I've spent a long time waiting. Nothing's going to stop me.
You're a philosophic gent. You're not using your head. You ought to know I won't cop just because you threaten me. And if you do kill me, you won't have a single clue as to where the Venaccis are.
You're a rare one. Dion, come here. Give this to Mr. Hammer. Go on. Give it to him. Now get out.
Oh, can I stay?
Get out.
It's such fun.
Get out.
Pity.
Jean was my friend. He'd have done anything for me. I rescued him from the Nazis.
They made him a mute?
Yes. I gave him the jewels. For 10 years, he kept them in a bag next to his skin. Until a little tramp smiled at him and he gave her a ring. The secret was out. A French gang has been after them for a long time. They work here on the docks. LaRoche and his boys.
A one-armed man with a mustache?
That's LaRoche. Have you seen him?
Today. Did they kill Red?
I don't know, and I don't care. The thing I do care about is... If only I'd got out 2 days sooner. That's what I can't forgive. My timing.
That wasn't completely in your hands.
Where are the Vinacis?
I don't know.
I insist that you tell me.
I have 2 leads.
You must get me those jewels, Mr. Hammer. You must. 25% is yours, but if we don't move fast, we'll lose them again, so you will move fast.
You'll hear from me.
Oh, Mr. Hammer, you're forgetting something. No, not the gun. The key.
Maria! Maria!
Mike! I'll be right down.
You interrupted a beautiful dream. Mike, you look awful.
Caught a beating. I caught him before, and I'll catch him.
Let me get you a doctor.
No, thank you. I'm okay. Your garage door is up.
Well, that would be George Lou's replacement. I told him to lock up before he went home. Let me get a cold compress, Mike.
No, I've done all that. What about his references?
Don't worry, this time I made real sure.
Can't be too careful who you let in here.
Of course not.
As I figured, the Bonacci jewels are hidden here in this house.
No, Mike. But how? Why?
You rented your house to a Colonel Holloway. He was one of your tenants.
That's the man who stole the Bonacci jewels?
Right.
Agency should have been more careful till they took in his tenants. But, Mike, why should the jewels be here now?
The one-armed fisherman and his friends seem to think so.
That's what they were doing here this morning.
Yeah. And about an hour ago, they tried to remodel my face in the dancer's apartment. It was a business call.
Who is she?
Babe that strips at the Bluebell nightclub. And I figure she knows plenty about the jewels. Boy, am I bushed.
Mike, at least let me give you a drink.
I'd like that.
Time for all big boys to wake up and face another cruel, hard day.
What happened to me?
I gave you a sedative.
Mickey, huh?
No, a mild sedative. You were dead beat. I couldn't stand the way you looked. You were out on your feet. Common sense said you needed sleep.
Thanks for the sleep. Do I hear bells?
That always happens when you kiss the right one.
9 o'clock. Noon?
What kind of a man can you be to count when I'm kissing you?
I always count when I'm kissing. Doesn't everybody? I don't remember putting these on.
You didn't.
I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all.
Your gun, sir. I took the liberty of cleaning it.
Well, thank you, Jeeves. And thanks for the pajamas.
Not at all, sir. The name is George.
That'll be all.
Yes, madam.
Where's my clothes?
Over there. If you need any help.
I'll ring for Jeeves. You think of everything.
You're wanted on the telephone, sir.
Thank you, George. Hello? Yes, Pat. What? Oh, no. I'll be right down.
Maria Teresa Garcia. Boy, your friends die suddenly.
I'm not so sure she was my friend. Come here. What was she doing with this copy of Life magazine?
What were you doing at this particular house, or is that classified information?
Working for Mrs. Williams.
Working? And that, I take it, has something to do with the Venaccis?
Nothing.
I see. Your friend Colonel Holloway, did he kill Maria?
What are you doing, tailing me?
I'm running an investigation. Now, let's get this straight, Mike. The department's doing the investigating, not you.
All right, who was the guy that picked up Maria last night?
Me. My only mistake was in letting her go.
Well, I guess that makes me a lousy detective and you a stinking cop.
Just speak for yourself. What did Holloway say to you, anyhow, or is that privileged?
He wants the jewels.
He hasn't got them now?
No.
You're sure of that?
Positive.
Now, look, Mike. I've learned one thing. Not to make any threats I can't back up.
You know as much as I know.
You'd better be telling me the truth. My squad's gonna find this killer. Nobody's gonna get in our way. And that includes you.
Hi.
Mike, how many times have I told you I don't care where you go, just leave the phone number. I don't like the neighbors seeing the police hammering on my door at 4 in the... Mike, what did you run into?
Plenty.
Colonel Holloway.
Alone?
What 10 years will do to a man's looks.
That's why I always advise my clients to go straight. You just wait out here and watch the phone.
But, Mike, I'm always with you on your interviews, a matter of legal protection.
That's just what I'm trying to avoid. My secretary is usually present on these interviews, Colonel, but under the circumstances.
I understand. You're not looking at all well, Mr. Hammer. Dion sends her love.
Sweet girl.
I put in a call last night to a man in Amsterdam.
A diamond cutter.
The best. You're sharp, Mr. Hammer. Name of Teller. But he wasn't there. He's on a steamship, the Dykerdam, due in Los Angeles today.
Someone else has the same idea as you.
With this exception, they hold the Vanachis in their hot little hands. Now, if you're smart, Mr. Teller will lead you to them.
Why don't you tag him? Or does he know you?
Precisely.
Ludwig Teller?
Yeah.
Diamond merchant?
Yeah. Now retired.
Here on pleasure, for how long?
Maybe I pick the ship up on its way back. Seattle.
And you're going to stay at the Clarence Hotel?
Yeah, retired.
All right, next, please.
came down to meet a friend of mine off the Diker Dam, a man named Teller. I got snarled up in traffic and missed him, and haven't got the slightest idea where he's staying.
Well, let's see. Here we go.
Teller. Staying at the Claridge Hotel.
Thank you. Mr. Teller.
Teller?
Yes, just registered.
We're expecting him, Mr. Teller, but he hasn't checked in yet.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. I'm sure.
F1. 3TL77, end of watch. 1XL46 clear. TSR12 to the Nancy Williams home at 33 Harbor Drive, code 3. The Nancy Williams home at 33 Harbor Drive. All units be on lookout for Mike Hammer, Caucasian male, 35 years of age, 6 feet 2 1/2, weight 190 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes, wearing gray sport coat and slacks. Subject is wanted for questioning by Pat Chambers, homicide. Six feet 2 1/2, weight 190 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes, wearing gray sport coat and slacks. Subject is wanted for questioning. and Broadway. DCD 12th and Broadway. All units be on lookout for Mike Hammer, Caucasian male, 35 years of age, 6 feet 2 1/2, weight 190 pounds. Brown hair, blue eyes, wearing gray sport coat and slacks. Subject is wanted for questioning. 1XL 69. 1XL 69. Clear.
Well, I've never been far behind you, Hammer. Come on, man, get going. The Frenchman LaRoche has got the Venachis. Hurry, man, hurry! They nearly killed you this afternoon. That's where LaRoche and his friends are now. That's where they work. Faster. Faster. I'll give you more money. More than I promised. We've got to catch them. I've given 10 years of my life for those jewels. I must have them. I must. Faster. Faster. Faster, faster. There, you see? The boat's on the far side. Wait a minute. I don't get it. Are you scared?
Sure I'm scared. There's 3 of them with guns yet. Here you are, Holloway.
The Venachis? Beautiful. Mine. Mine.
It's a beautiful collection. They all there?
Yes, all but the ring.
The police will be after us in a few minutes. Haven't got much time. They'll be asking a lot of questions. I want the whole story. Start with Red's death.
I don't know anything about it.
That was smart of you, pretending to find that ring. You really threw me. I believed in you and I liked it.
I didn't tell Lou to kill the girl, just to get the ring.
What about Frenchie?
I sent Lou to get the jewels from the mute. And he did. We had to kill him, otherwise...
You would have told Holloway.
Mike, what does it matter? We're together. We've got all we'll ever need.
That scene where you fired Lou, that was very well played. I believed that, too, until I saw him in your living room an hour ago dead.
Mike, be kind to me. I was alone. No money. I had to leave Paris. For the first time, I learned that Holloway had rented my house at the beach. He was arrested there, but the Venachie collection was still missing. It didn't take much figuring that the jewels were still around here somewhere. Mike, I was desperate. I came back determined to find the jewels. What I didn't know was that LaRoche and Company had the same idea.
And I was the middleman.
Dear Mike, we can go straight to Mexico. And from there, anywhere. Anywhere.
That Mickey you slipped me last night, that was real smart, too. You got me out of the way for a solid 10 hours. While I was out of the way, you could go down and silence Maria. She knew too much.
I couldn't take a chance. Mike, don't you see? I had to do it.
I told you I have moral objections to murder.
The little girl was nothing. She was a tramp. And the mute, he was less than nothing. He was a vegetable.
They were human beings.
The world belongs to those who have the courage to take it, Mike. You don't win by playing the rules.
Well, you'll be out of the way for a long time. That's another thing that happens when you don't play the rules.
I don't believe you. Mike, I counted on you. I was sure that you were like me. That we belonged together. That you saw things as I did. A future for both of us.
Maybe I did. We don't have the same future.
Use your head. How many years would it take you to get the kind of money we've got here?
It's no use, baby. The party's over. We're going ashore.
You're taking me to Mexico, Mike. Whether you want to or not. I have killed for these jewels, you ought to know. And I will again. I don't want to, but I will. You're the biggest fool of all.
Look me up in about 30 years. We'll talk about it then.